very rare that I get anything today because I don't work with the public all much.
Oh,
But in time when you was working, you were one client you could get very well with, another client, what a bees,
yes. It's,
And one of them used to pay me do the garden,
yes.
and guess what she was doing?
What she was doing?
Well, when he wasn't, he worked the shop. I did the garden, and every now and again, for an hour every day,
Yes.
his wife was pissed, drinking wine, and she was drunk.
Wow.
And I thought myself, and I was trying to do the garden. I don't know how
Yes.
they balance the books up. I don't know.
True. Amazing.
But what was she doing? Getting drinking too much drink, and he was trying to make money out of the shop.
Yes.
How they cope together, God only knows.
No idea.
That was a
Yes.
salesman, that was.
Yes.
But like you said, what a stories. I mean, and then we had 2 ex-officers. I told you, one was the RAF and 2 Army officers. So I've had my fair share of command.
Yes.
So I don't think one particular person is going to make much difference to me now, is it?
But what
And in the end, I got chucked out of one job, went on my own, and I thought myself, yes, but I've survived. And my own business, I even had my own card.
Yes.
But like you said, the only weakness I didn't have, one of my weaknesses, is I didn't do much driving. Otherwise, it would have been a different story.
Yes, I heard
So
you.
I've been through it all, so there's no need to throw bricks at anything.
Yes.
That'd be apology after a few days, don't you? What she just said. How dare you? I mean, what would you do? You only put thing in the door. You haven't committed a crime.
All right.
You haven't committed no crime.
No crime, no.
But why dare you? When I did phone up earlier, she wouldn't answer it. But I'm not going to wait a week and then think of it. And all I should get told after that.
Yes.
Why didn't you come earlier? They're always going to answer.
Yes, I heard you.
Where do you go? And they said the hardest thing a man to do is understand a woman. That's the hardest thing in life.
Yes, this is
Doesn't
quite
matter.
hard.
Some of them are very easygoing. The best way is never argue with them and just. There's an old saying when I was little.
Yes.
Keep them happy, keep them sweet.
Yes.
And you may receive a little treat.
All right.
You'll never forget that one in all my life. That's the one you want to keep.
That's good.
And do you know, it works.
All right.
It means keep them happy, keep them sweet.
Yes.
You may receive a little treat, or you may get a little treat.
Yes.
But it's a bloody good one, that is. I learnt that one many years ago, and do you know that still keeps going with me? You want to always remember that one in your life, and it always pays, that one.
Yes.
And it means it tells you the right way to go at it, and then you might find somebody that'd be very easy, another one don't. And Pat told me never argue with anybody unnecessarily because always something coming back and clouting you up.
Yes.
And you never know what the next one he might, and always watch for those who tells you a price.
Okay.
And I had one of them, and halfway through the day, when he comes to pay you, there's so much. And if you didn't keep the record of what he said, he would do you out there and says, "Oh, that's all I've got, sir."
All right.
And you're saying, "Well, that's not what I agreed with you."
Yes.
And you get that.
Oh.
And there's you trying to make mine on another job, trying to make money, and then it's not as simple as it sounds.
Yes, you try to do a work, then you finish and they tell you, I have so much money, but not all that, and then they want to give you the money. That's the bad thing they do.
And another thing they might do, say, well, they haven't got the money, come in tomorrow. Well, if you haven't got the money today, you certainly won't have the money tomorrow.
Well, they can
in other words, you don't touch the job.
Oh.
And so that's another sense of the argument. I'm telling you things what I knew privately and publicly.
So you have to give the money now.
In other words, and you've got to look at it and think, did they pay me for the hour, or did they, or did they only pay for half of it?
Okay.
And then you got to. One, she was very good at Walliam. She gave a book. In fact, she put the book and she put down just the initials on the site, and then she said each week I could tell you which one I paid and which I hadn't paid.
Yes.
And that's exactly the same as this one who's arguing me over sometimes.
Okay.
She wants to write the things down.
Yes.
And then if she says anything against you, say, yes, so-and-so.
All right.
But, see, and when I did phone up first, she shut the telephone down.
Okay.
So that was her fault for a start.
Whom? The worker or the...
No, the woman, I just said, when I mentioned to it.
Yes, you mentioned the work you want to have, and they say, I will have the money tomorrow, and you say, yo, no, and you take down the phone, you say.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And when you've been through that,
yes,
one person like that wouldn't mean nothing to me, because that was a normal thing that you would have done in the first place.
Yes.
So that's experience for. They always tried to twiddle their way out. Another person, the boys were a bit different. You know what they used to do? It's like having your pocket open. What he used to do is say so much, and he'll go like this.
Oh, okay.
And then he'll say, if you lost it, well, that's your damn fault.
Yes.
And that was the army way. They used to get the money out of the pocket and go like that.
Yes.
And he said, if you lose it, that's your damn fault.
Okay. Yes,
and
I heard you.
And if I hear any more,
yes.
That's a straight answer.
All right.
And if you don't get, they never mucked about.
Yes, I heard you. So if somebody steal your money or stuff like that, make a vow, or somebody, whatever, money down. So you lost your money, your pocket money.
Yeah, but that's how it was. And sometimes at the end of the day, you have to remember whose money it was and what pocket sometimes.
Yes, all right, I heard you.
I'm telling you things now you probably I haven't told you before.
No, I saw
it. It was so laughable. And then there was another one, which is quite the old governor, when I was working up there, the one I told you, my glasses fell out, the lens fell out, and it didn't do any harm. It scratched it a bit, and I took it down the optician, and he said, "Oh, sod that bloody lens." He said,
"Yes,
I get another glass." Anyway, so it was difficult when you know, it could happen anywhere.
Yes.
And a stone hit mine and made a little hole, and nothing just fell out. And I was going down the road with a little hole in a big pair of glasses.
Yes, I heard you.
But what funny things happen. But like you said, if they're genuine enough,
yes,
they're the people who dealt with you. And when he passed away, when one of them passed away, I had to go all the way to Beckenham, because that's where home was Beckenham. They was in Selsdon, matter of fact.
Yes.
And he worked for the government. I told you when one of them went.
Oh, okay.
And she kept me on. What do you think of that?
Well, I don't know if she kept you on.
She kept me on because I still had the job with them, the couple. But her son was out in Essex.
Oh, his son was in Essex.
Essex, County of Essex. Yes. And Braintree, matter of fact. And so what it was, I used to go down there and keep things going in the garden. So, but he used to get the money and used to shove it, and she used to say, like that. And the worst one to deal with was Indians. And what they used to do, a bloke told me one day, he was doing some electrical work.
Yes.
And he was up in the roof, and the lights and everything.
Yes.
And he told what was gone wrong. So when he went in one place,
yes,
he told him, what was wrong. So he thought, well, that's okay. Then what, by accident,
yes,
he looked at something and he said, well, we'll give you so-and-so. And what he done, he found other things which is nothing to do with it. And the bloke didn't know whether he's paying 100 today or 200.
Oh.
And the bloke was fiddling with the wires.
Yes.
And what it was, and the price kept going up and up and up. And the bloke says, what is the price then? And he was fiddling, this Indian was fiddling, trying to get some bit more money for it.
For what? For what?
For all this wiring work.
Wiring work where?
Up in the loft and all the...
Yes.
And all the other work. And what he was doing, pulling up wire that was all right.
Yes.
And saying, well, that started at 500, and then he will go up to another one, 600.
Yes.
And you'll be saying, no, what's wrong with the bloody thing? And so... if he didn't watch out, he was making money from...
With the wire. What do you do with the wires? What kind of work? It was electrical. So they had to put the electrical stuff in the top to post, or what?
Yeah, well, what happened was he was finding more work.
Yes.
than what the bloke said in the first place.
Okay.
In other words, he was making work
Yes.
more than what the work is. It's like if I said put the light bulb in here, that's all it wanted, and the wire had gone.
What company he was working for?
He was working for himself, but he was trying to make more work.
Oh, what companies he was working for? You, the consul?
No, he was doing private work.
Oh, private work for other people.
What he was doing,
yes.
Say there was one light here.
Yes.
That went. He ended up in doing the whole of the house and then going and charging you more.
Okay.
And all it needed was a bloody one electric light went.
Yes.
And he ended up. And he'll say you want the roof done.
Okay.
And, in other words, he's making more money out of it. And the bloke says, and then a bloke that was looking at him and says, well, that's how much the job was when he finished with it.